Yes, 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 yes. Wow.
Yeah. Yes, I can. A very good afternoon to you at home and welcome to match day 6 of the 2025 CAF Women's Champions League COSAFA qualifiers. We're still coming to you live from the UJAW Miller Stadium in Johannesburg, South Africa. It is day 6 of these qualifiers, and as things stand in this Group C tie that we're looking ahead to, leading that group is Costa de Sol sitting on 4 points, followed by Olympic de Moroni on second position, sitting on 1 point, and of course the Herentals of Zimbabwe sitting at the bottom of that group on 0 points. All right, now we're looking forward to an exciting Group C clash here at the UJAW Miller Stadium in Johannesburg, South Africa. Let's quickly hear from the coaches ahead of kickoff of this encounter. Coach, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. It's an important match here for you this afternoon. How are you approaching it?
Today, as we approach this game, we tried to work towards our finishing in front of goal, which was a serious letdown in our last game. We also made sure that our defense becomes compact and they've got balance between especially the two central defenders. As such, we haven't lost hope yet.
Any changes to your starting 11?
Yes, there'll be a few changes, especially in the midfield.
What inspired those changes? What are you trying to achieve here?
We're trying to attack more.
And Coach, talk to me about the pressures of going into this match, knowing that you don't want to bow out without a point. What are you saying to your players right now?
We've kept them focused and encouraging them that we still have a chance to qualify as the second best runner-up. So the mentality is positive towards the game.
Thank you, Coach. All the best.
You're welcome.
Coach, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. In your opening match, you said your players were a bit tired from the traveling. How are they feeling today?
Now we are ready and they are very, very good.
How are you approaching Herentals Queens here this afternoon?
Oh, this is an important game for us, so we are here to win first thing and to be qualified for the second party. So they say that they will score 3 goals in the first 15 minutes, but this is football, and football we play 90 minutes, so we are here to score in 90 minutes and to win this game.
Changes to your starting lineup?
Yes, we have some changes because we have some players have injuring, so we have some changes for the attacks.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Welcome.
Thank you to both our coaches. Let's cross over to Gloria Brown, who takes us through the commentary of this encounter.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, and a warm welcome once again to the A.W. Miller Stadium. It is the time that you all have been waiting for. 3 p.m. Herentals Queens and Olympic de Moroni. The two teams are looking to fight hammer and thong and looking for a place in the knockout stages. It is time to get to business as we have a look at the team that is warming up. That is Herentals Queens. So much of expectations from this team that hails down in Zimbabwe, and they are a team that knows how to find the back of the net. Maybe a shaky start that has encouraged the coach to make the respective changes, especially in the middle of the park where they want to dictate, dominate and dethrone the opposition. But they are up against it. They up against a team coming from the Comoros, that is Olympic de Moroni. They too have come in this tournament as a surprise package. Olympic de Moroni, coached by a man who needs no introduction, Jambabe. He is expected that his charges will do the business. Well, they've shaken off the tiredness that was associated with the players, and they're looking to win. They're looking to qualify, and they looked good in their pink outfits during the warm-ups, and making sure that they get the fine-tuning that will hopefully get them over the line. A.W. Miller Stadium, where the action continues. The weather has been absolutely favorable. If you have not been to the side of the world, it's just on the other side of the Johannesburg city, in Auckland Park to be precise. The women's champions qualifiers that are taking place for COSAFA to take a position and to take a stand in the CAF Women's Champions League that will be played at a destination and venue to be decided. Thank you for joining us as the qualifiers are in full swing. Some of the very recognized players are here, and Herentals, having started poorly, will want to make sure that this match is one they put to bed. Looking beautiful in the pink uniform. Herentals clearly indicated on the front of the jersey. There are some Pink Panthers out there, and they up against a diminutive team from Olympic de Moroni from the Comores. As one has a look at the lineup, Herentals Queens, Lindiwe Magere keeps her position in the goalkeeping department. Polite Babika in the centre-back role, and Melanda Rungu up front in the middle of the park, and Shalene Damba Murono in the centre of the park. Absolutely important. 4-3-3 formation is the lineup, with Damba Murono being instrumental. We then have a look at the players as they take that all-important picture that hangs in the lounge, but we will welcome and introduce our referees. Ndeboheleng Sikoto of Lesotho, Maneuta of South Africa, Luengo Tsohang of Botswana, and Gloria Sabumba of Zambia. They are given the responsibility to look after this match and make sure that everything goes according to plan. The two captains interested in the toss, as one looks at Analoa Ali, who is the captain. She played in the previous match a full 90 minutes. And for Herentals Queens, it's Tabet Mutenhiri. She too is one of those celebrated players. Our VAR officials, Lumbizai Musawa and Enes Gumbo of Malawi. Reference will be made to those in the VAR box. We then introduce to you Olympic di Moroni. Those are the players that will be taking place. Diana, Adrian Andrasana, it's Nazri Said Ali, Sarah, Raswan Ranasana, Sylvia, as well as Sureya, Analua, Amina Hamed, Kasonga Kapinga, Gloria Sanga, and Dalila Andiana. Susanna Zifa is another one of those players. They come out with a 4-4-2 up front. Analua is expected to bang in those goals, and their coach Hamada Jambe has been part of this team for the past 4 years and has slowly gotten them to play according to his plan. Olympic di Moroni in the yellow and black, and the yellow stockings attacking the goal from the left to the right of your screens, and the Pink Panthers, Herental Queens. They are in pink with a little bit of white trimmings, attacking the goal from the right to the left. Gatli Chipuka is the coach that was very disappointed with the way they started, but he's hoping that he'll be very excited at the way that they end. Well, Gloria Brown is the name, and it's all systems go as we have a look at referee Ntebo Heleng Sitoto, whom we wait for to get the signal that this is the match. This is the time. It is match number 12, and Group C is to be decided today as who will sit in that final place, as there are some major upsets that have been on the cards. In our earlier match, that was Gaborone United against Kick for Life, 10-1 was the scoreline. Are we going to see an avalanche of goals? The question is, we are going to see goals. I mean, the indication is that we are going to see goals. 47 in total thus far, about to add to another. Olympic di Moroni gets us underway, and a false start. A false start, and referee would get a restart as that ball is shifted all the way to the back, as some nippy players that have been on display for Olympic, for Herentals, for Young Buffaloes, as well as a number of other teams. 10 teams it is in total that have come to grace this occasion. Lindiwe Magwere will be tested this afternoon. She keeps her place. Polite Mabika will keep her place. Prainance Zwawanda. So on the edge of the box and a clearance. One thing that has been pretty clear with Olympic di Moroni is the structure, very disciplined and organized by Nazrati Said Ali in that back four. Reads the game excellently and pushes the players up timeously. So for Herental Queens, one would have to expect players like Mordi Mafuruse and Betwell Prainance to be on song. As that ball goes to no man's land, it will be collected by Lindiwe Magwada and will get us started. Very important, as the coach alludes to the fact that the defense will have to be compact and use the opportunities that are presented. Welcome to you as you join us for this live match. It is day 6 and a Group C encounter. Maguire hacks the ball furthest away to the opposition half and hope that this time it will be a decent ball, as Melinda Rangu sets that ball on its way. A shot that goes straight into the hands of Diana. Diana's got 6 seconds before she releases that ball. A header away, a strong one at that. Polite Mabika also organizing her defense, communicating carefully, realizing that was their weakness that allowed the goals in the previous match. Well, they lost to Costa del Sol by 2-0, went into the break down 1-0, that is Herentals Queens, and they do want to start on the bright and on the right foot. It's a throw-in taken by Alice Moyo. High ball, bounce of the ball, does it fall favorably for Analua? Just a slight push to create some space by Tabet Muteniri, the captain. But on the opposite side, we also have a very strong defender in Nazrati Saeed. Slightly overcooked and comfortably into the hands of Diana. Adrian Andrasana, the goalkeeper for Olympic di Moroni, in the middle of the park. Polite Mbika sends Mordi Mafuruse on away. There's Mafuruse, came on in the second half in the previous encounter and tried to change the complexion of the match. But in that 43 minutes that she played, she was not able to influence the game any better. Sylvia does well. Away, and this time tied it up by Shalene Damba Murono. Bridget keeps the ball and then eventually just sends it down as that ball just trickles over the line, and the flag goes up for a throw-in in favor of Olympic di Moroni. On an avalanche of goals, top goal scorer goes and sits in the team of Gaborone United. And when one looks at players like Ontlametsi as well as Jessica Muponga, they've done well, 5 goals each. And Lesijo Rayokanye being your player of the match. That tells a story of a team that was really firing on all cylinders. A bench is rather livid, lots of discussions taking place, demanding a lot of your players. Herentals Queens will tell you we didn't come here to pack our bags very early. Well, there were some early departures already as that ball deflects, and goalkeeper's quick off a line, does well to smother it under pressure. Adrian Andrasana, she gets some good width. And a foot up, penalized by the referee for a foul on Alice Moyo. Got a bit of a swinging hand in the face. She's been instrumental, is Herentals Queens Alice Moyo. Played a full 90 minutes in the previous match. Giving chase with hopeful Isma Furuse. Keepers out. Lady Di does the job. Here's Herentals, starting brightly and looking bright and beautiful in your pink uniforms. Alice Moyo does well to Saladami and then releases that ball. Picked up by Melinda Rungu. It's Mordima Furuse asking for the supply. Taking a look at Olympic di Moroni, they came back from a 2-1 deficit against Costa del Sol, and a free kick is given. It looks like Alice Moyo, the player that was on the receiving end of a very strong challenge and grimacing in pain. Alice, known to be one of those very strong players, and packs a wonderful left foot. Quite a roving fullback is Alice Moyo, when given the room and the space, does like to hog the line and take on some players, but it is the knee that was that is being investigated, and she's limping off the park. Free kick. Modi Mafuruse too interested in taking that ball together with Nyasha Munemo. So it's a two-player wall that is being organized by Diana. Quickly sending another player into the mix to narrow the angle and maybe force Herentals to play it differently, and the wall does its job as a corner is a result of that effort by Mafuruse. First corner after 8 minutes. So Herental Queens, who were part of the previous edition, Herental Queens have a corner. They need a good delivery, quality ball that is expected. Into the box header. This time a teammate just gets a touch, and that ball is enough to turn it for a goal kick. Tour magic missing from this tournament. Well, one still to see players like Melody Chikore, who are absent from Rental Queens. But pretty much same setup, very flexible. Stability in defense is one they need to find. Create the fluidity in the middle of the park, and responsible for that will be Shalene Dama-Murono as well as Nyasha Nrungu. Those players have got to try and win the midfield battle, and they are up against it. Packing the midfield is Olympic de Moroni, Kasonga, Suzanne, and Sureya are some of the players for Olympic de Moroni that will want to make sure that even though they line up with 5 players in the middle of the park and 2 up front, so it's a 3-5-2 for Olympic de Moroni. Dominating is or wanting the numerical advantage in the middle of the park is the idea. Throw-in taken quickly. Mistake made, but there is cover defense. Good to see a player involved, Sara Rasoan Rasana. So after 10 minutes, no goals. 0-0 at the A.W. Miller Stadium. And that's the challenge. Well, Dalila is the player that needs a little bit of a caution, giving away the free kick and turning over possession. Well, a slight advantage to Herentals just after the 10 minutes. Obviously, you got to look at the officials that have been responsible for preparing this team. Oh, Moyo has made her way back onto the field as well after that little knock on the knee. No, she doesn't have knock knees, but she took a knock on her knee. 3 players. Here's a chance for Mafuruse. Keeper comes out, wins that battle, and sends out Olympic de Moroni. When you have a strong keeper in the goals, it makes your job a lot easier. Fantastic save by Diana Adriandrasana. Oh, she's been instrumental. Chances like that will come few and far in between. Should have been the opening goal for Mafuruse to take Herentals' pressure off. Let's have a look at that moment. 3 players were played on by Sureya, and keeper was fantastic. 3 against 1 and still coming out tops was the keeper. No wonder the technical bench is livid with the opportunity that was spurred. Beto Kondo. She's been asked to leave the field and then make her way once the official allows her to do so. Players have had a rest day. Mafuruse does well to intercept that ball for Herentals. It's another ball that's been threaded through. Goalkeeper comes out and quickly smothers that. And the offside flag is raised almost instantaneously. Oh, we'll look at the second assistant. That's Lubengo Tsohang. Does well the minute Prenins Zwawanda peeled away and got a touch to the ball, the flag went up. Kasonga Kapinga. Still Herentals driving forward, wanting that early goal, needing to guard against the openings defensively. Bounce of the ball, a concern. Here's Herentals and hacks it into the players. Another chance, but the player goes down in a vital moment. And for Herental Queens, it's another opportunity. Goalkeeper came out, didn't get a hold of that. And a snapshot from Shalina Damba Moroni wasn't enough. But here's an opportunity to turn defense into attack. Picked up yet again as a Polite Mabika does the job. Ball goes out for a throw-in. Alice Moyo quite happy and is very quick to want to take the throw-in, but 2 balls on the pitch. Played quickly, shared with Nyasha Munemo. Get an important foot in there is Nazarati. She's got lovely height at 1.78 meters. Nazarati quite lanky and still growing at that. Gets a decent flying header away from the goal, the defensive area. But the ball is with Kasonga Kapinga. And peeling away and wanting it is Analua. It goes out for a throw-in. Taken quickly, Tabet Muntiyiri. She's on the ball, Tabet. Shalene releases Kondo. And coming from the left-hand side, Armina Ahmed does well to just get a foot in it. Amina Ahmed. So 15 minutes done and dusted. Close opportunities or closest to the goal mouth has been Herentals in searching for that early goal that will settle them in to some sort of rhythm. Let's hope that doesn't empty the tank. They've still got plenty in reserve. Spotting the keeper off a line. Quite intelligent is Sylvia. Razanirvo. Header back to Maguire. Razana Nivo. Razana Nivo is also part of the Comores national team. Has been on the conveyor belt for under 17, under 20, and here she is also sprouting her stuff for a club that has nurtured the talent from a tender age of 11. Through ball. Looking for Sarah. Very strong is Shalene Damba Moroni. Lovely ball. It is a 3 against 2 situation. Has to come up to the goalkeeper. Did enough to force her wide. Some clever defending there by Nazrati to make sure that there is no clear passage at goal. Young Nazrati, just 18 years of age, showing intelligence. And tracked her right up until she took the shot, but that was enough to get the goalkeeper to come out, narrow the angle, and make the save. Throw in by Herentals. It's been really a tight affair in defense. Magwede launching another pad for the attack. Here's Herentals showing some pace, showing some impetus going forward. Could this be the moment for Herentals on the edge of the box? Here's an opportunity. Keeper makes a save. Oh, she's been fantastic so far. Picked up yet again by Kondo. Kondo on the edge of the box. She goes down and the referee has a look at it and says, get up. Get up and get on with it. Betel Kondo. She has for company Suzanne Zifa. And that was pretty much a close call. Keeper. She's not the tallest, but reflexes are sharp, goes down very quickly, very complimentary to her abilities. Positioning is excellent, and her vision commands the area with excellence. There's another opportunity while Nazarati is the player to have given away a free kick in a dangerous area, and that calls for players like Alice Moyo. It also calls for Mafuruse. Who will it be? Has the blonde bombshell, the flying assassin. That is Diana Adrian Andrasana. 4 players in the wall. She's looking for perfection. She's looking to make sure that she doesn't need to worry about the right-hand side of a goal mouth. Gives more of the angle to the left-hand side. Ball having to do the job. She's very confident. Shot taken. And she allows that ball to go all the way out for a goal kick. She'll take her time, pushing up her players. She knows that they've been on the back foot and just soaking up the pressure with the hope that they will exercise their transitional play. They will exercise a quick counter-attack. Everywhere is a pink shirt. Picked up yet again by Nazrati. So 2 gatekeepers, the goalkeeper as well as the centre-back. Helped on, picked up by Melinda Ragu. Taking the strike, showing enough. Alice Moya beaten. Here's the ball on the right-hand side. Takes a deflection from Sylvia. Alice Moyo to take the throw in on the left-hand side for Herentals. Information given. Picked up yet again by Melinda. Gloria Asanga is another exciting player. Saved from a corner and given away, throw-in. Rather, you got to compliment the effort of Analua. She's done well for now, getting a lot of defensive work. She's been given that responsibility to find the back of the net. Analua, for now, with the wave that is being imposed by Herental Queens, she's hoping that her contribution defensively to add the numbers is enough to steer them away, break the confidence, and also look for that elusive moment of transition. Pressing pretty high as Herentals. Things looking good for the coach, that is Gartley Chipuka. Says he wants that early goal. He wants to get the momentum, and beefing up the midfield was definitely a plan to hopefully give them the advantage. But forgetting that the opposition has also done their homework as Alice Moyo into the handbag. Bounce of the ball. Amina Hamed. Oh, nice touch for Kasonga. And that ball goes out. Olympic quite happy to see it that far up of the pitch. They haven't been in the opposition half for almost the last 5 minutes or so. Looking to launch one of those attacks. And how cruel is this game? With 20 minutes in the bag, 0-0 the scoreline. Dominance of Herentals still yet to pay dividends. Picked up by Beto. Tidied up by Nazrati. Goes out for a throw-in. So a wonderful afternoon out here. Pretty overcast. Pretty overcast conditions. Coach looking on and plotting his next move. Player in full stretch. Looks like she's struggling with some of her calf muscles, a hamstring. And coach alluded to the fact that players were struggling, they were a bit tired. And these are some of the players that played in the earlier match. Coach giving instructions to the players. Mafuruse also receiving some final touch-ups, words of wisdom. It's been a decent crowd. They realize that it is important to try and get behind the ladies. Kept in play by Kasonga, picked up by Beto Kondo. Beto on the ball for Herentals, and down she goes. And Asanga asking the referee, what is it that I've done? Playing with jerseys that don't have their names on it. Asanga. So free kick to Herentals. .25 degrees out there. With 25 minutes, Herentals are yet to score. Olympic de Moroni yet to score. Match day 6. Match number 12. Mafuruse. That's what pressure does. Perhaps a coach wanting her to drive it hard and low. Disappointed in the effort. Chases on. Analua battles it out with the polite Mabika, using Maguire, who had acres of space and not challenged. So a bit of a stamping of the feet on Beto, screaming for attention. Foot up. And Herentals looking rather frustrated every now and then, more so Kondo. Been very difficult to penetrate that defense that is marshaled by Nazrati Saeed and Gloria Esanga, with 3 at the back. Armina Hamed, every now and then a dropping of one player from the midfield to make it 4 at the back, but they came out with 3 defenders, still showing that structure of 3 at the back, 4 in the midfield. And Gloria Esanga every now and then is the player that drops a little deeper to assist defensively. So free kick to Olympic de Moroni. Nicely sliced through, getting the pace and the distance, but intercepted. Very important for Nasrati. She goes in, gets involved, and then quickly tracks back, as she did there. Good recovery, but she's sandwiched. She has two players as that ball is swept in. Herentals gets the first goal. Mafuruse thought she was on the money, but the flag went up. But that was a beauty of a goal, denied by the assistant referee Lubengo Tsahang. Have a look at it for yourself. Mafuruse is already in an offside position, so she was coming from an offside position, received the ball, and that was a delightful ball. And again, a warning to the defense. We get to review that is the goal is being checked by VAR, hence we have not gotten started. The referee talking to her assistant Lumbizai, Mosawa, as well as Enos Gumbo, just to confirm. But the players, Herental Queens, was in no mood, took the ball, was running to the center. As far as they're concerned, that is a goal. But I think one can look at Mafuruse again and see that she was coming from an offside position, gained the advantage, and the referee's decision there, the assistant lines, I think her decision was correct. It is an offside. It is an offside, and Olympic de Moroni have an opportunity to remedy the mistake and ensure that it does not happen again. Credit to Lubengo. So after 30 minutes, we're yet to get a goal. Yet to get a goal. It's been pretty close. Nicely contested. Another offside call. Well, Sitoko, who's the referee, she's 40 years of age, from Lesotho, and she's been a referee for 11 years. So this is one of the referees that officiated at the Women's World Cup or the Women's Champions League in Malawi in 2024. This being her 6th COSAFA tournament. Ball just rolling all the way to Diana, the goalkeeper of Olympic de Moroni. She had a bit of a wake-up call. Just a battle that was being fought in the middle of the park. Free kick, but the player is still down and asking for treatment. That's how she got injured. So the medical team is being summoned on. A decent crowd that have come to witness today's proceedings here at the A.W. Miller. And a yellow card that is given, I think it's Polite Mabika. Yellow card on Polite Mabinga. Alice Moyo wondering how best can we break a very solid, hard-working defense. They're going to have to really be patient. Luengo's had a very busy day at the office on that side of the flank. This being her 6th COSAFA tournament where she's officiating. Players still down. Nyasha Munimo. Number 11 is coming on for, was come on for Nyasha Munemo. And more life, Nyagumbo. Nyagumbo, who is the first change of this match. Looks like that was quite painful for the player to be stretchered off. It is the captain, and worrying moments. I think the officials will work frantically to try and get her back. So the game gets going without their captain. That is Analua. Could we see an early change? Could that be the moment that changes the complexion of the match? On an offside position is Armina Hamed. Flag will go up. Unless there was a player that played her onside as far as I saw. She was in acres of space on her own. Yashamunemu, more life. Nyagumbo is a player to come on. The first change made in the 35th minute. Doing a little too much with the ball is Kondo. Picked up by Sylvia. Easily dispossessed is Amina. More life played 44 minutes in the previous match. Slightly, she'll get more than that in this match. Nyagumbo, here is more life. 44 minutes against Costa del Sol. Today she comes in to experience a bit of the first half and will certainly be part of the second half. Header away by Polite Mabika. Anywhere will do. The chase is on. Mafuruse spotting the keeper off a line. Did a bit too much as that ball finds its way towards the goal, but picked up by Nasrati. Another save. Yes, Kondo. And that ball is still alive. And the final attempt is one that gives goalkeeper an opportunity to take a nap. Good cover defense, but it was Mafuruse. The ball just ricocheting off the thigh. Should have finished that. Angle was a bit tight for Mafuruse, and Kondo on the edge of the box let rip. Caught that gun and thought, this is it, but good defending. Good support play. Two players are flat in the box of Olympic. In actual fact, it's three. The goalkeeper is one of them. Seems to be pointing at a groin area. But haven't you seen some brave defending from Olympic di Moroni? They've done exceptionally well. Here, have a look at this. Mafuruse, keeper, comes out, sprawling all over. Mafuruse should have maybe used the left foot instead of the right foot, just to tap that ball in. I think the decision made. Adrasana having a drink of water. Oh, she's been fantastic. Close to the 40-minute mark of the first half. The referee just wanting the official to make her way quickly. And here is the struggle of Analua, the captain. She looks very dejected. They will try to get her back in the game. She goes down, and I think those are tears of unhappiness. She's disappointed as Analua, as we have a look at Herentals. Queens battling it out, and I mean, there's some tenacious, resilient players on the park. Here's Olympic di Moroni, just in an offside position as Sylvia. She's not able to continue in this match. Captain is besides herself. Herentals playing with a bit of an advantage as Olympic di Moroni are forced to make a change. Analua has been substituted, and it's Miriam Ibunyu who will be making her way. Miriam Ibunyu. So Miriam Ibunyu Alice Moyo sends another high ball. This time, can they make it count? Throw-in taken by Mafuruse. Needs to put a ball in that is of quality. Defensive principles, great, good cover defense, good communication. Everyone is stuck into it, focused, and in crucial minutes in the first 45 as the goalkeeper continues to give instructions. Mafuruse has asked for Polite Mabika to join them in this attack, and hopefully this could break the hearts of Olympic di Moroni. It is a corner, 2 in favor of Herentals. They have dominated thus far. They need to make it count, and perhaps a goal in the closing stages of this first half will be enough to send them through. Send them through to the break with quite a bit of confidence, but so dangerous are Olympic de Moroni. They solid at the back. In the middle of the park, they workaholics. Ball delivered. Konda. Alice gives chase. She has a goalkeeper, Maguire. She decides, she's going forward. There's no time to waste. Showing too much of the ball and a foot up yet again. As Dalila Andiana is the player that is being punished by the referee, Moyo. Two players is clashing there of Olympic. De Moroni on the edge of the box. Comes Herentals! Finally! There is no questions about this goal. There is no question about this goal. It is more life, Nyagumbo. She's come off the bench and given them life. More life, Nyagumbo. Showing them how it's done. A first attempt. And that gives them... There were two players in an offside position. Decided she's not playing it through and goes route one. It was a delightful ball from Shalene Damba Murono to find more life, Magumbo, and the rest is history. Beaten on the left-hand side of the goal, so Herental Queens draw first blood, and could this be the opening of the floodgates? That's how big your captain is. Wait until she's substituted. You then see the value of the player on the park. They were pretty solid. She was all over the park and is now sitting on the side of the bench, on the side of the touchline, and with tears rolling down the eyes or down the cheeks. That is Analua. Another bit of pace from More Life. Ball in, but this time Diana does well. Alice. A bit of a clipping on the ankles as Sylvia Razana Nivo is the player that is infringed. So 7 minutes, is it? 7 minutes indeed. That are being added to the first 45 minutes. 7 minutes for the game to continue. That's a long time. Well, there's been a lot of stoppages. There's been quite a bit of injuries that have taken time, as Lindiwe Magwede delivers the ball, bounce of the ball, and Lindiwe does well to pluck it. Makes it look so simple. Bridget Mutaura. Bridget continued his run. Betwell Kondo. Here's the More Life in Nyagumbo. More Life! And that ball just misses the goal mouth. And another clash as the goalkeeper goes down sprawling. She's holding side. There's a player next to her from Herentals. A footer stuck in it. And the player from Herentals has also stayed down. It looks like More Life Nyagumbo. But this is the dissecting ball from Kondo. Looked like it was an offside coming from wide. And they came in numbers. 4 players. And still not to be. Goalkeeper in a spot of bother. Her teammates around her. You don't really want to see this. Furuse keeps coming to the bench, getting some nourishment from the coach. Now pleading with the goalkeeper is Sara Rasoandra Sana. Zwanda is so looking on, but it's more the players of Olympic de Moroni that have come around. Their player, the goalkeeper, who's been exceptional. That's Diana Adrian Andrasana. She's really been brilliant. But, this is the clash. More Life was focused on the ball and nothing else. Got a hold of that ball, and the two players got tangled. Keeper did enough, though, to deflect that ball out for a goal kick. She's been pretty brave. Some of the players are looking on and hoping that they are in with a chance. A remonstration on the bench. Some good technology that is associated with the game now, and at this level they get the luxury of having a look at the replays. They have the luxury of having a look at the incidents, and in that moment for More Life in Nyagumbo, going into the goalkeeper who's still struggling, but they all down on the touchline receiving a little bit of encouragement from the coach, Katli Chipuka. They've got it all to do in the halftime break. Goalkeeper looked perhaps a bit winded for me. She went in for that challenge. Trying to organize themselves and rectify the mistake. Well, the question that has been asked is, how long can you hold on? It's been a baptism of fire from Herentals Queens, who came out with the right foot forward, bearing in mind that in 2022, in the second edition, Herentals got third place, and Olympic de Moroni did not participate in 2021. They were fourth in 2022. They were knocked out in the group stages of 2023. 2024, they didn't attend. So we've had a total of about 15 clubs thus far. Yeah, Black Rhino Queens of Zimbabwe have also graced this occasion. Double action of Botswana, Green Buffaloes of Zambia, Lesotho Defence Force. So Manzini Wanderers, that actually makes it 18. Ntopwa, Tura Magic, who later changed their name to FC Ongos. So that's about 18 different clubs that have been part of this tournament. Young Buffaloes have been there quite some time. Semi-finalist in 2001 as the Green Buffaloes. 2022 they finished first. They finished fourth in 2023. And Topwa in 2023 were knocked out of the group stages. The following year, Ascent Academy coming back, and they keep swapping and changing. Manzini Wanderers were knocked out in the group stages in 2021. Header away by Herentals, picked up in the middle of the park, and looking to try and get into the rim. They haven't been allowed to play their football, but here they are, ball stretched out, and that's a little too much to ask of Sylvia. Razana Viro. Alice Moyo. She just wants to get that ball forward. Dropping into the center back is Gloria Isanga. The referee picking up. Quickly taken, or is it just being pushed back to the right spot as that offside flag stayed up? Well, a few players that are yet to make their debut in this tournament for Herental Queens. You've got Grace Kazembe. You've also got Doreen Vai. You've got Sisugelele Nyoni is another one of those players that still needs to grace this tournament. Catherine. Gwangwara. When you look at the side of Olympic de Moroni, ball in, and he has an opportunity to launch one of those attacks as the goalkeeper's off a line. Beauty! Brilliant goal to bring them back into this match. Goalkeeper was in no man's land, punished. And it was a great goal there by Suraya Ali to remind Herental Queens that this is about focus, this is about time that you need to switch on. Suraya Ali, what a lovely drop ball. It hung in the air. She did well firstly to beat the offside trap. Connection, route one, bounce of the ball in the back of the net, and Lindiwe Magwada, oh, that's a painful one. She couldn't do anything. Sprinting back, that ball was spot on. Lindiwe Magwada knows that that was a beautiful goal that got Olympic de Moroni back into this match and puts Herentals on the back foot yet again. They show that with little possession, they can still do the job. They can still find the back of the net. We've paid 10 minutes already. Indication was 7 minutes of extra time. But within that extra time, there were a number of stoppages, a lot more to the goalkeeper. So Olympic de Moroni going man to man, improved their ability to try and find one another. Suraya Ali getting the much deserving goal, so they go back to the drawing board. They go back to the drawing board equal and having it all to do in the second half. 2 goals and a keeper that has been through the wars, and another offside is given. Fast reaching the 50th goal mark, so it's 49 goals scored. Good to see the goalkeeper is up on her feet and seems to be a little jaded. I'm sure the medical team will work tirelessly during the break to make sure that she's all right. Melinda Rangu gets the last touch here in the first half of this interesting match. Herental Queens and Olympic de Moroni unable to separate the two sides. Goal that was scored in the 43rd minute by More Life Nyagumbo, and the equalizer by Suraya Ali to bring them all level as the two teams get into a huddle and try and iron out a few problems that they see as individual players. They will go into the break, and the coaches will have their words in the change room. But first things first, they sort each other out. And you can see the teamwork from Olympic de Moroni. They are menacing in this match and trying to navigate a lot more defensively. They've dominated. So here is the halftime statistics. 63% in favor of Herentals. 9 goal attempts with 6 of those on target, and not much of the ball on the opposite side. But with that, they go into the break at 1 goal apiece. Do join me in the second half for what is an intriguing match. Expected into the box header. This time a teammate just gets a touch, and that ball is enough to turn it for a goal kick. Tour magic missing from this tournament. Well, one still to see players like Melody after that little knock on the knee. No, she doesn't have knock knees, but she took a knock on her knee. 3 players. Here's a chance for Mafuruse. Keeper comes out, wins that battle, and sends out Olympic de Moroni. When you have a strong keeper in the goals, it makes your job a lot easier. Fantastic save by Diana Adriandrasana. Oh, she's been instrumental. Chances like that will come few and far in between. Should have been the opening goal for Mafuruse to take Herentals' pressure off. Let's have a look at that moment. 3 players were played on by Sureya, and keeper was fantastic, driving forward, wanting that early goal, needing to guard against the openings defensively. Bounce of the ball, a concern. Here's Herentals, and hacks it into the players. Another chance, but the player goes down in a vital moment, and for Herental Queens, it's another opportunity. Goalkeeper came out, didn't get a hold of that, and a snapshot from Shalene Damba Murono wasn't enough. But here's an opportunity to turn defense into attack. Picked up yet again as a Polite Mabika does the job. Ball goes out for a throw-in. Alice Moyo quite happy and is very quick to want to take the throw-in, but 2 balls on the pitch. Very strong is Shalene Damba Murono. Lovely ball. It is a 3 against 2 situation. Has to come up to the goalkeeper. Did enough to force her wide. Some clever defending there by Nazrati to make sure that there is no clear passage at goal. Young Nazrati, just 18 years of age, showing intelligence. Very important for Nazrati. She goes in, get involved, and then quickly tracks back as she did there. Good recovery, but she's sandwiched. She has 2 players as that ball is whacked in. Herentals gets the first goal. Mafuruse thought she was on the money, but the flag went up. But that was a beauty of a goal denied by the assistant referee, Lubengo Zahang. Have a look at it for yourself. Mafuruse is already in an offside position, so she was coming from an offside position, received the ball, and that was a delightful ball. And again, a warning to the defense. Today she comes in to experience a bit of the first half and will certainly be part of the second half. Header away by Polite Mabika. Anywhere will do. The chase is on. Mafuruse spotting the keeper off a line. Did a bit too much as that ball finds its way towards the goal, but picked up by Nasrati. Another save. Here's Kondo. And that ball is still alive. And the final attempt is one that gives goalkeeper an opportunity to take a nap. Good cover defense, but it was Mafuruse. The ball just ricocheting off the thigh. Should have finished that. Angle was a bit tight for Mafuruse. And Kondo on the edge of the box let rip. Caught that gun and thought, this is it, but good defending. Punished by the referee, Moyo. Two players just clashing there of Olympic. Di Moroni on the edge of the box. Comes Herentals! Finally! There is no questions about this goal. There is no question about this goal. It is more life, Nyagumbo. She's come off the bench and given them life. More life, Nyagumbo. Showing them how it's done. A first attempt. And that gives them the two players in an offside position. Decided she's not playing it through and goes route one. It was a delightful ball from Shalene Damba Murono to find more life, Magumbo, and the rest is history. Beaten on the left-hand side of Bridget. Continued his run. Betwell Kondo. Here's the more life in Nyagumbo. More life! And that ball just misses the goal mouth. And another clash as the goalkeeper goes down sprawling. She's holding side. There's a player next to her from Herentals. A footer stuck in it. And the player from Herentals has also stayed down. It looks like more life, Nyagumbo. But this is the dissecting ball from Kondo. Looked like it was an offside coming from wide. And they came in numbers. 4 players. When you look at the side of Olympic Di Moroni. Ball in. And here's an opportunity to launch one of those attacks as the goalkeeper's off a line. Beauty! Brilliant goal to bring them back into this match. Goalkeeper was in no man's land, punished. And it was a great goal there by Sureya Ali to remind Herental Queens that this is about focus, this is about time that you need to switch on. Sureya Ali, what a lovely drop ball. It hung in the air. She did well firstly to beat the offside trap. Connection, route one, bounce of the ball in the back of the net, and Lindiwe Magwada, oh, that's a painful one. She couldn't do anything. Sprint. Welcome back to the second half of a Group C clash. Herental Queens are up against Olympic de Moroni, that is Zimbabwean, against the Comores. If you are joining us, 1-1 is the scoreline. A very tightly contested match in terms of the result, as they are looking to force their way into booking a spot in the finals. We'll just confirm the first change that is being made. Melinda Rungu is the player that has given way, and Catherine Gwagwara is the player to come in, a player that makes her debut in this tournament. She's been asked to come and turn the game on its head, and we do get underway at the A.W. Miller Stadium. It was a frantic first 45 minutes, over 60% dominance by the team in pink. Call them the Pink Panthers if you like. Just losing their captain as Olympic de Moroni, but that was enough to spur them to look for the equalizer in the referee's additional time of the first 45. He has an opportunity now to exploit a defense that is looking to make inroads in the opposite half. Herentals put on the back foot, put on pause. 1-1 is the scoreline. Sitting on the summit of this match is Costa del Sol, who have 1 win, 1 draw, and they have 4 points. Olympic de Moroni with 1 point. They are looking to get a win, as their coach indicated. Herentals are yet to get a point in this group, but if the scoreline remains as is, they will go away with 1 point, and Olympic de Moroni will move to 2 points in the group. Costa del Sol will remain at the summit. That is Group C. In Group B, one looks at Young Buffaloes of Eswatini, and that's what a way to announce the second half. At Sylvia Ranzanaviro, she gets the second goal for Olympic de Moroni. Sylvia Ranzana Nivoro gets the second goal in the 46th minute, failing to defend their line, and connection at full stretch was Lindiwe Magwede, and that was enough to give the team from the Comores the lead, and they take the lead for the first time in this match. Defense going to sleep, and they do talk about these critical phases of the match. Opening 5, closing 5, cold from the break, chasing the match, and with the goalkeeper that is absolutely solemn, like Diana Adrianandrasana. This will give her an opportunity to try and focus and stay out of the medical team's way. And here goes the bickering. Here goes the confusion and shouting, and that is when you need calm heads. So to the captain there, Tabetha Mutiniri, she needs to try and calm the ladies down. Picked up by Bridget Mutaura. Mutaura needs a quality ball and does deliver one that is asking questions of the defense. Header away as far as the edge of the box, but Kondo will pick it up and gives away a free kick. Is Dalile Andinane. Dalila Andinane gives a free kick and a yellow card. Dalila, she knows it. She couldn't pull away and is on the receiving end of referee Ntebo Helene Sitoko, the South African referee, who's been a referee for 11 years. She's not to be fooled, understands what is at stake. Free kick. Alice Moyo stands just over it. 5-player wall and goalkeeper looking after left-hand side and is quick to pounce on the right-hand side. Can Alice get this over the wall and swing it with the left foot furthest away from the goalkeeper to get the equalizer? Alice Moyo does exactly that, but doesn't get it in the back of the net. That was pretty close for Alice Moyo. So, Costa Olympic di Moroni are in the driving seat. 37% possession didn't really give them that much of comfort. Keeper's quick off a line and smothers that and gets into a space to release her players up front, and Sureya is the intended recipient of that long ball from goalkeeper Adrian Andrasana. The offside flag on the just in below the commentary booth goes up. That is referee Lubengo Tuhang. You wanted to take it at the right spot. So that was the 50th goal of the tournament. He has a chance to whip that through. 50th goal scored by jersey number 7, Sylvia. She's going to be asked for more of that from her coach. The Pink Panthers continue. Space on the left-hand side. The bounce of the ball into the goalkeeper, and the player goes directly in the goalkeeper. You could hear the frantic blow from the referee. Just having a look at the players first to receive treatment. And a yellow card is waiting. A yellow card is waiting for the Herentals player. It looks like Polite Mabika. In actual fact, it's the goal scorer, More Life Nyagumbo. Went in with her foot up, gets a yellow card. She's doing it all. She was the player in the 43rd minute to get the first goal that gave Herentals the lead, More Life Nyagumbo. And she now receives the yellow card for the challenge on the goalkeeper, who's on the receiving end of a lot of punishment today. Well, she's been fantastic, I must say. So 2-1 in favor of Olympic di Moroni. And the coach giving a few words of encouragement and wanting young Sylvia to inflict more pain. When a plan comes together, you can see it. You can see the belief. The medical team working tirelessly as we have a look at this. The chase was on. Fully focused was Nazrati. And foot up from More Life that went straight through the goalkeeper. The referee will give enough time to the goalkeeper to shake this injury off, and players just coming quickly to just give a words of encouragement. And referee wanting the medical team to quickly get off the field from the closest area that takes them off the park to allow the game to continue. But there'll be a lot of focus on Diana, the goalkeeper. So just one change made by the coach here in the second half. Miriam Ibunyu, she came on for the captain. Now that was a change made in late in the first half. Polite Mafuruse needs a cross, closed down. Picked up, played between the two. Kasonga picked up by Herentals, and anywhere will do, as that ball is again hacked away, foot up, and the offside flag also goes up. There's players sprawling to the ground. This time it's Sarah who is grimacing in pain. She's been supported by her teammates to say, let's soldier on. We do understand that the pain is horrible, but we've got a job to do. Let's finish it off. Before the medical team could get seated, they were almost called upon. It's been a busy day at the office for Team Olympic de Moroni, as she tried to whip that ball away. Came in contact with the player from Herentals, Tabet Mutinhiri. Kondo. Nobody's giving chase, so Lindiwe Magwede will have to come off her line. She was beaten by a wonderful shot by that player that is grimacing in pain. Stayed down, and seems like she's cramping. That is the goal scorer, Sylvia Ranzana Nevo. It's like the calves. So pondering and wondering what went wrong to a team that was expected to make their way into the knockout stages. Herental Queens, well, in Malawi, they were certainly the talk of the town, fighting it out with Ascent Academy, a young, dynamic team that is full of buzzing youngsters, some of which have found their way to Europe and been given opportunities to further their careers. UWC also struggling this season. Mamelodi Sundowns, who have topped Group A without, no, just conceding. Let's have a look at the number of goals that they've conceded. 0. They have 9 points in Group 3. But the rule says to look for the second place best player, the team that finishes last. You minus the points there, and you get to see which team will make it into the as a second best finisher in any group between Group B and Group C. Group A has been decided. For a number of these players, it's so important for them to play their role, you know, and show the passion that they have, that even after the curtains come down, the applause doesn't stop for a fantastic showing. Here's Olympic de Moroni looking to thread that ball through the needle. Well, the COSAFA executive team has been hard at work. The under-20s still to come. Battle by Dumba Moroni in that midfield. Sylvia sending Alice Moyo on a bicycle. Needs to deliver a quality ball. It's falling short of Conjo, but picked up by as Conjo whips one with delight, but deflated by that second goal that was scored. And good to see the goalkeepers up and about. A first half that created many scoring opportunities, not taken though by Herental Queens, and suffering from those decisions. As that ball goes out for a throw-in, this match fast reaches the 1 hour mark. Herental Queens chasing this match. I think when you go back and you have a look at football in Mozambique, you get players like Chengelez, Joanna Alvaro, Carlos Ponja. They've done so well. Kuta Sidalia, to name a few. That ball goes straight to the keeper, spills it to the left, followed through and across the face of goal. Quite inviting. That ball is still in play and eventually finds its way over the touchline for a goal kick. Mozambique represented in this tournament by Costa de Sol. Those are some of the players that are playing for the national team. Rosa Monique, Neema Namare. You look at the football that is played out in Mozambique and you can only but compliment the people that are driving force behind the players. UD Lichinga has contributed a number of players into the national team, as goalkeeper Diana Smothers, that Costa de Sol. You've also got quite a number. Blackpool and Agueras de Maputo, União Desportiva are some of those clubs that contribute towards the development of women's football in Mozambique, and they are paying the price. They are seeing the fruits of the work that they are doing. Then you also got to look at some of the players from Zambia. Melody Kapimbi, Jacqueline Chomba, to name a few, as Herentals are in search of that equalizer. Mafuruse delivers that ball and keeper is pretty much awake to allow that to go up. Margaret Belemu, who plays for Red Arrows. Those are some of the Zambian players that have really contributed. And Everine Katonga of Green Buffaloes. Green Buffaloes beaten to the polls by Zesco. Frida Mukoma, who plays for Zesco. I didn't get to see her in this tournament, as Naira is the player that comes on. Naira, Amina Ali, Mustafa Naira, it's number 17. Mustafa Naira. Well, it's not about the currency in Nigeria. where they pay with Nairas. We're talking about Mustafa Naira, who plays for Olympic di Moroni. Ball in the air and going the wrong way. Keeper came out, makes a mistake, and Mafuruse hits it straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. The first mistake made by Diana Adrinandrasana, and she was lucky that the ball just ricocheted into the bucket that she had. She was trying to get away from the players that came directly at her. Prainant Zawanda was pretty lurking. Throw-in taken. Mustafa Naira. A lot of defending. She's been brilliant. She's been a no-nonsense defender. That's Nazrati Saeed Ali. She's really been fantastic, has controlled the back line with excellence as we look at the lanky player who's almost been the wall of Jericho, supported by Gloria Esanga. Not Gloria Estefan, not Gloria Brown, it's Gloria Esanga, and she's from the Comores. Dilly-dallying, there's Miriam Obunyu. That's the goal scorer, Sylvia Ali, and the flag goes up for an offside. Player still struggling. She's been down quite a number of times. I don't think she can complete this match. It's issues with her calves, and I'm sure the concern on the coach's bench. She's really giving the signal that she cannot continue this time, almost falling at the same place as Suraya was on a bicycle in a hope that she would catch Lindiwe Maguire off a line yet again, but perhaps the stretcher this time is doing its job. Some of the people watching closely and wondering, will the Zimbabwean side, Herental Queens, make a comeback? A number of players just out of position in trying to win this. Here's an opportunity. Keeper makes a save. More life was denied yet again by the brilliance of Diana. Scored the first goal. Nyagumbo was pretty close on that occasion. Two players from the right-hand side. Moyo delivers, looking for the important goal, and knocked her own teammate, Armina Hamed. And no, it's actually Nazarati was knocked out by her teammate. And this is an important time to get her on her feet. Maybe a little dizzy, a full blow on the ear and the head. And here's Herentals trying to throw the last part of the dice. It is Christabel Zulu that is ready to make an introduction. Christabel Zulu and Elizabeth. So Christabel will come on for Mafuruse. And Prainant Zawanda is out. So 14 and 21 come on for 2 and 10. Christabel Zulu for Modi Mafuruse. Herentals. Taking her time and organizing in a defense as Diana. Elizabeth has just come on. Diana's just come on. Header! Equalizer! Herentals. It's a brace for more life. Nyagumbo. Herentals are back in it. She came off the bench to put more life into Herentals. A goal poacher of note. So poor defending by Olympic de Moroni. They've been put on the back foot and pegged. Leaping highest is more life in that busy defense and bunching up. Keeper had no chance. So 2-2 it is. So 2-2. This will spur on Olympic de Moroni to take the lead yet again, or can Herentals just stamp the authority? This will be a point for Herentals. They are yet to register onto the scoreboard. The match after 90 minutes will leave them with 2 points. With 1 point rather. They came into this match after a loss. That was 2-0 against Costa del Sol. So they do need this one very badly to hopefully finish in one of those positions that could get them into the semi-final slot as the second base finisher. But here they are, they've got 3 players to aim for, and that is pretty poor. Catherine. So 4 changes that have been made by the coach. Back again, and keepers quickly off a line. They've really been plotting and hoping that they can make a comeback, and there has been belief. Changes have inflicted the pain. Elizabeth's come on. Catherine's come on, and so has Christabel. At AW Miller Stadium. So 17 fouls in this match. Players struggling to get the ball away. Eventually it's Suzanne Olympic de Moroni, who's been on the back foot for most parts. He has a good take on the edge of the box and still bobbling in that defense. Helped on by Shalene Damba-Murono. Ball in! Keeper was asked questions. Sarah. Probably a look at the bench to see if they still have more left in the tank. Herentals pushing the players through. Here's an opportunity for more life, but it is tidied up by Miriam. Anyway, we'll do for Olympic de Moroni to allow her players the opportunity to get back into position. Looking to play the 1-2 with Bridget Mutaura. Header away, and it falls for more life. Kondo still trying to keep possession in the box. She has company with her in the form of Armina Hamed. There's Kondo. And at a vital moment, then loses her footing with no one pushing her. I think the mind and the heart, or the feet and the heart, in 2 different places. Body knows, the mind knows what it should be doing, but the body is just struggling. So 73 minutes. A win for a draw for Costa di Sol. Against Olympic de Moroni, it was 2-2. Another draw will give them the 2 points. Here's a chance for Herentals. Here's an opportunity for Moroni to take it forward. And here is the pace that is concerning. Suraya Ali this time should have been a little bit more patient. Should have been a little bit more patient. Player stayed down and seems to be cramping as well. Stretcher being summoned onto the field to take Suraya Ali on a ride. Goal scorer. So 2-2 is the scoreline. Player receiving treatment on the touchline is Suraya Ali. Needed for her height. I'm sure the coach will work on her. There's an opportunity for Moroni coming from an onside position is Kasonga Kapinga. Kasonga Kapinga keeping the ball. Available is Sylvia. And that's a disappointing board from Sylvia. When they got an opportunity to take the ball forward, give it away rather quickly. Here's Sylvia. Good challenge made by Nazrati. Gets on with the business, gets back into position quickly. Nazrati. She's been one of the players for me that's put her hand up for player of the match. Balling. Communication would have been better, should have been better. There's a player out on the left-hand side. That's Mustafa. So we confirm the scoreline here in the second half after 75 minutes, 2-2. Difficult to separate the two sides, the Pink Panther and the Yellow Brigade. On the edge of the box is Kondo. Ball in, and that will go all the way out for a goal kick. There's definitely an urgency, as you can see, that Ms. Bethel Kondo picks that ball up and sets it up nicely for the goalkeeper to quickly get on with it. Alice Moyo runs rather gingerly back into position. Maybe the tactics of Olympic de Moroni need to change a little as they hack the ball up front. It comes back as quickly as they release it. So the building blocks have been broken, but here's a chance. Here's a chance, but it is picked up and shared between the two centre-backs. Losing out in the middle of the park to Kasonga. Out to the right is Suzanne. Suzanne looks for Amina. Ball over the top, keeper's way off a line yet again to try and narrow the angle and force the error. And the offside flag went up. Offside flag went up. Has a chance for Herentals. Is the ball kept in play? No, says the assistant referee. More life. Has come in, slotted nicely into that wing play, or into the wing. It has given them a torrid time. She's been forcing the game out wide for Herentals, opening up the middle of the park. And the reaction of Olympic Di Moroni has been quite quick in defense and quite impressive. Adapted well with the press. More life, kept it in play, and keeper appreciates that pass. Need to get more players in front of the goalkeeper. Bounce of the ball, one that favors Suraya or Sylvia. Moyo gives away possession. Olympic Di Moroni with Mustafa. Mustafa Naira is trying to win that ball back for Olympic Di Moroni. 10 minutes to go to change the complexion of this match. Who will it be? Herentals have an opportunity to make one more change. Now as Catherine has come in, Elizabeth has come in. More life has come in. And Christabel, I think they've made their full complement of 5 changes with 13 offsides and pretty tight. 7 in favor of Herentals. I think Olympic Di Moroni has got the luxury of looking at the players on the park. Just Miriam Ibunyu and Mustafa Naira have come on. Dominance, total dominance in the corner count. 7 for Herentals. And no, that was how they conceded the second goal. Through a corner. And eventually, here's Di Moroni with the pace. And that was a poor ball, 2 minds for Naira. She knows she should have held it back and allowed some time for Sylvia to get into position. But here they are just picking it up. They need a delivery in between the 2 defenders. And looking for a snapshot. She's run her socks off. A number of players just holding their knees. And that is an element of tiredness. She knows she should have done better. On the opposite end and outside of your picture, there's a player that is down. Looks like number 18, Susanna. With the number of players struggling with cramps and calves, one's got to ask the questions about whether or not they are being prepared very well. They have rest days in between. The recovery is important between matches. The coach indicating that in the first match they had tired legs and a win was what he wanted to qualify. They will remain resolute and focused on the job at hand. Good turn, Herentals. He has a chance to make it 3, and the goalkeeper came out, made sure that she disturbs a wonderful attacking move by Herentals. With hands on her head, she knows that she was pretty close. That is Elizabeth. Elizabeth calling for it and got the supply from Alice Moyo. She wasn't able to bury that. Teammates quick to get around and say, forget about it. Let's get on with the job. Catherine was there to just console the teammate. Mariam. Anywhere will do for Mariam. Ubunyu. Bounce of the ball. Just across the face of goal. That was pretty close. Christabel. Nobody to benefit from that. So Christabel has come back lively. Elizabeth gave chase. Time is running out. Time is running out. The indication is that Herentals will go for the final gauntlet by bringing in another player whom they hope can win this one for them, take them home. Let's hope that Olympic di Moroni is, how do they respond to that? Player just bundled out of the way, and a free kick given to Olympic. It's Suzanne who's up and about. Pushed out very easily by Catherine. So free kick to Olympic di Moroni, pushing the players up. Damba Murono tidies it up. Anywhere will do, and here's the race. Goalkeeper releases Polite Mabika. Nice touch for Betel Kondo. She needs to make the right pass. Betel Kondo sometimes does a little too much. Di Moroni away with 3 players in an onside position. And Naira, yet again, the decisions that she's making are the ones that are letting the team down. Header. And that you can see from Herentals play that they should be more composed, but anxiety stepping in. This is Betel Kondo and talent Mukwanda will come on, number 22. So talent is the last player to come on for Rental Queens. Talent Mukwanda. Player still down, and she's had a wonderful day at the office and maybe a little bit of dizziness. She's really been fantastic in that defense. That is Nazrati Saeed Ali. She's been helped out of the field, and I'm sure this is one player that will be sorely missed. And if Herentals are switched on, they will spot that she has been the difference in that to maximize on Olympic di Moroni playing with 10 players on the park, and they need to apply safety first until the player makes her way back. So Bridget Mutaura has been asked to retake the throw-in. She's stealing a few meters. Sylvia picked up in the middle. Yes, Christabel. Well, some naughty play by Bridget Mutaura, stepping on the feet of young Sylvia. Ranzana Nivo. There we go. Picked up by the cameraman beautifully. You can't hide anything. No, not with a great team that is behind those lenses. They make sure that you get to see all the action. So 2-2 is the scoreline, and still looking for the winning goal for either side as Bridget Maguire will launch another long ball. Bounce of the ball in favor of Herentals Queen. They have 2 players in front. Can they strike it? And the denied by the goalkeeper, and the follow-up again into the hands of the goalkeeper, but the offside flag had come to the rescue of Olympic di Moroni. Players still battling out on of the field is Nazrati Saeed. The signal's been given to the bench. She's got to run and come to the halfway line to hopefully get recognition, to be given the permission to get back into this match. 2 minutes to go to the 90. plus referee's optional time. Who wants it more? Bridget Mutaura. Keeper comes way out. Safety first, she hacks it away. Herentals have got an urgency about them. Bridget Mutaura, Polite Mabika. Mabika delivers the ball, but picked up by Sarah. Away and in the middle of the park, almost bundled out of the way. That is Kasonga. Here's the chase on for Naira, but she's easily dispossessed. Young Naira, born in 2008. 2008. That makes it just 13. And imagine a 13-year-old being pitted against a 47-year-old. Here's a moment for Herentals to get the winning goal. Does it stand? A mistake made in the defense of Olympic di Moroni. Looks like ends the fight from Olympic di Moroni for Herentals to get the all-important goal to make it 3-2. And it is Elizabeth. The bounce of the ball, the header, a miss in that defense. Keeper came out with the flying kick and tapped away is Polite Mabika. So that is the goal, I think, that separates the two sides on the 90th minute. So Polite Mabika gets onto the scoring. More life on a brace. So that sets the cats amongst the pigeons. Could it be the goal that breaks the heart of many on the other side of the island? Suraya Ali, there is a reference to VAR. There is a reference being made. Goal check. That will be a lifeline that the Comores need. The Olympic di Moroni team is hopeful that things will go their way. All is one of two things. And they asking to have a look at this goal, but one will also have to have a look at the goalkeeper. If it wasn't a goal, they would have had to look at whether they could have given a penalty, but the goal stands. So 8 minutes. And it's Herentals with 5 players that are attacking. And I think a big loss when the captain was substituted. That is Analua, who couldn't carry on because of a knee injury. Armina Hamed. I'm sure for a number of the Zimbabweans that are here in the crowd, a little sigh of relief that the team is in the driving seat. And here's problems for Herentals. Strong defending. Picked up in the middle of the park. Shilin Damba Morono. It is Nasrati Saeed. Olympic di Moroni fighting with everything they have. Onside. Here's an opportunity for Bridget Mutaura. Keeper makes a save. They've sacrificed players in the middle of the park and put them all front like a 4-1-4-1 formation that is being used by Herentals. That's why it's becoming very difficult for Olympic di Moroni to handle the attacking third, as a foul is given to the team from the Comores. The ball was still moving, says the referee. So Herentals, who will also pick up 3 points, are still a point behind Costa de Sol. As Olympique de Moroni fighting for a place, and that was a snapshot. Maybe a lack of communication between the two players could have given them a better result. So Costa de Sol, who when we started this match was sitting on 4 points, they got 1 win and 1 draw. So between Olympique de Moroni and the Herentals, it is important to continue the fight. Herentals will have 3 points if the scoreline remains as is. Young Buffaloes kick for life, and Gaborone United. Gaborone will move to 6 points, and Kick for Life will remain at the bottom of the group. Young Buffaloes will occupy the 2nd position with 3 points. So Kick for Life, who failed to get a win in this tournament, will be packing their bags. They will be packing their bags and heading home. A team from the island. So ball in the air, and that was a bit of a teaser. And the floodgates are opened. And it is More Life that gets a hat-trick on the day. On the 90th, 90 plus 5. A hat-trick for More Life. She came off the bench, got a goal in the 35th minute. She got a goal in the 43rd minute, and another goal in the 90th minute, 90 plus 5. So More Life turning the game on its head, and to give Herentals 4 goals. So 6 goals in total, and the dream fades of Olympique de Moroni. The dream fades. Header away. Picked up by Olympique de Moroni. It's Nazarati. Being really taken to the cleaners. Coach spoke about the potent attack, and once seeing the positive mentality of Herentals, they traced the match when they got their nose in front and didn't want to let go. As the pockets of space continued to open. Bridget Mutaura. It's amazing how changing just one player does. Loss of the captain for Olympique de Moroni was enough to really dismantle a team that appeared to be very, very organized. Good skill by Sylvia. In an offside position is Sureya, and an offside flag goes up. So we've played 7 minutes, 25 seconds of the 8 minutes indicated by the referee. And could this be the final nail in the coffin? Be that as it may, one's got to look at the contribution of Diana Adriana Andrasana in goal for Olympique de Moroni, conceding 4 goals today, but that could have been worse. She's been a revelation. And young Naira, who's just 13 years of age, came on this match being a little too much for her. Keeper again quick off a line and launches a long ball to no man's land. Alice Moyo will pick it up, and that being the last touch, last action of the game. Referee Ntebo Heleng Setoko of Lesotho brings an end to a match that one got to see the test of character, the resilience and the brilliance of a number of these players. While it had to take a player off the bench in more life, Nyagumbo, to come on and bring some life into Herental Queens and getting a hat-trick on the day. Olympic de Moroni will leave this tournament with 2 goals to the goods and a point in the bag that they picked up in a draw against Costa do Sol. So from myself here and the team in the commentary booth, we say Herentals 4, Olympic de Moroni 2. The match has ended at the A.W. Miller Stadium. We look at the statistics and we talk of possession in favor of Herental Queens. Complete dominance in the second half. 7 corners. That is where they've got a couple of their goals from the standard situation. And when you look at 19 fouls, showing that Olympic de Moroni were on the back foot to try and protect their goal mouth. Some serious injuries that came through, and a victim thereof is the captain that was substituted. And when that happened, that brought the floodgates, and that was the disruption of Olympic de Moroni. Alice Moyo picking up player of the match, and the stats tell the story. 21 goal attempts, 13 shots on target for Herentals, and Olympic de Moroni with 7 attempts, 3 of those on target. If only they could have improved a little bit more of the possession, if only they could have improved a little bit more of the passing accuracy, that would have made a huge difference. Let's go down to the touchline and get a view and an insight into the coach's assessment of the match.
Right. Yeah.
Coach, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. At the start of our conversations earlier on, you said you ladies wanted to score at least 3 goals in the first 15 minutes. That didn't happen. It was a very eventful match. What are your impressions of the game?
It was a good game, but I think that's the problem for us is about experience, because we started the game, the first party in the 2 games, but the second party is very hard for us. So I think that for us is a problem for experience.
And where did you think you lost the game here today?
Oh, it's not easy. Not easy because we just pushed our energy to win it, but only God decides. So.
Coach, that goal scored by Suraya, is it something you guys practice in training?
Normally she's a striker, but we have a problem back, so that is why we use it back. But he's a striker and he knows how to score, so he do his job, she do his job.
And what lessons are you taking away from the qualifiers?
Oh.
It's okay, Coach. Hard luck today.
Okay, congratulations for coach.
Herentals Queens.
Congratulations for the team, and thanks for all COSAFA.
Thank you, Coach. Hard luck today. Joined now by Herentals Queens coach Garthley, securing 3 points here this afternoon over Olympic de Moroni, winning by 4 goals to 2. Coach, congratulations, a very eventful match. What did you think of the game?
We got the win, but we did not get to our target. We got the chances. We had many chances in the first half, which we failed to convert. Second half, we changed. We made substitutions, and they came up for the game. We had more life. She came in as a substitute, got a hat-trick, which was good. So what we did during our practice, we did manage to execute part of it.
And Coach, speaking about your failure to convert your chances, is that a cause for concern for you?
It is. We have to work with our forwards a lot so that our precision in front of the goal is improved.
And talk to me about the conversation you had with the players in the dressing room, because they did come out a bit more aggressive.
You saw them as more aggressive, but to us, their performance went down a bit. We're a bit disappointed with their performance when the second half began. But however, they managed to put their heads up and pull up for the game.
Thank you, Coach. Well done today.
Thank you very much.
All right, and that's how it ends here at the UJAW Miller Stadium in Johannesburg, South Africa. It was a Group C tie that saw Herentals Queens of Zimbabwe secure a 4-2 win over Olympic de Moroni. It's back to you in studio.
Punished by the referee, Moyo. Two players just clashing there of Olympic. De Moroni on the edge of the box. Comes Herentals! Finally! There is no questions about this goal. There is no question about this goal. It is more life, Nyagumbo. She's come off the bench and given them life. More life, Nyagumbo. Showing them how it's done. A first attempt. And that gives them the two players in an offside position. Decided she's not playing it through and goes route one. It was a delightful ball from Shalene Damba-Murono to find more life, Magumbo. And the rest is history. Beaten on the left-hand side of Balling, and he has an opportunity to launch one of those attacks as the goalkeeper's off a line. Beauty! Brilliant goal to bring them back into this match. Goalkeeper was in no man's land, punished. And it was a great goal there by Suraya Ali to remind Herental Queens that this is about focus, this is about time that you need to switch on. Suraya Ali, what a lovely drop ball. It hung in the air. She did well firstly to beat the offside trap. Connection, route one, bounce of the ball in the back of the net, and Lindiwe Magwade, oh, that's a painful one. She couldn't do anything. Spring. One looks at young Buffaloes of Eswatini, and that's what a way to announce the second half at Sylvia Ranzanaviro. She gets the second goal for Olympic de Moroni. Sylvia Ranzanaviro gets the second goal in the 46th minute, failing to defend their line, and connection at full stretch was Lindiwe Magwade, and that was enough to give the team from the Comores the lead. And they take the lead for the first time in this match. Elizabeth has just come on. Diana's just come on. Header! Equalizer! Herentals, it's a brace for more life. Nyagumbo. Herentals are back in it. She came off the bench to put more life into Herentals. A goal poacher of note. So poor defending by Olympic de Moroni. They've been put on the back foot and pegged. Leaping highest is more life in that busy defense and bunching up. Keeper had no chance. So 2-2 it is. Being pitted against a 47-year-old. Here's a moment for Herentals to get the winning goal. Does it stand? A mistake made in the defense of Olympic de Moroni. looks like ends the fight from Olympic Team Moroni for Herentals to get the all-important goal to make it 3-2. And it is Elizabeth. The bounce of the ball, the header, a miss in that defense. Keeper came out with the flying kick and tapped away. So ball in the air, and that was a bit of a teaser. And the floodgates are opened. And it is More Life that gets a hat-trick on the day. On the 90th, 90 plus 5, a hat-trick for More Life. She came off the bench, got a goal in the 35th minute. She got a goal in the 43rd minute, and another goal in